Just 3 hours ago, Major Orlov laughed into his oxygen mask. An F-16? They are still flying these? He slides his almost 5th-generation fighter in close enough to count the bolts on the little jet's nose. That airframe is older than my father, he tells his flight. Today the museum learns what 5th generation means. Then he keys the radio so everyone can hear it. Boys, we walk this one home like a stray dog. Today, the Baltic Sea. NATO allies practice flying together so they stay good at flying together. Russia finds this deeply offensive. Nobody needs Russia's permission to be in international airspace. Russia would very much like everyone to ask anyway. For weeks, Russian fighters have been harassing everything that moves out here. They cut across flight paths. They buzz refueling tankers. They play chicken with cargo planes that turn about as fast as Navy carriers, picking fights with the slowest planes in the sky. Truly, the bravest work in aviation. They want everyone to know they own the narrow gap between Kaliningrad and the rest of Europe. They do not own it, but they love the idea. Today, a flight of 4 spots, something they like. One lone F-16. Faded paint. No wingman anywhere in sight. The 4 newest mass-produced fighters in the Russian Air Force turn toward the one old American jet like wolves circling a deer with a limp. Very bad situation for the American. 4 of the fighters are closing on that one grandpa, the Su-35. At best, 4.5 generation jets that Russia calls 5th generation, just to be better than the West. Stealth shaping, missiles that kill from dozens of miles out, long before the target ever sees the thing that fired. On paper, it is terrifying. Major Orlov has read that paper many times. He believes every word of it. He is 29 years old. He has 400 hours in the most advanced jet his country has ever fielded. He has never lost a mock fight at home. He has also never fought an American. The F-16 is the other jet. It is older, a lot older. The design first flew in 1974. Some of these airframes were bolted together before the cell phone, the internet, and Major Orlov. It is small. 1 engine, 1 cannon, 1 stick. No magic. Pilots have a nickname for it too. They call it the Viper, because up close, it bites. Orlov slides in tight on the F-16's wing. No hurry about it. The way you pull into a parking spot you have used 1,000 times. The plan is simple. Crowd it, push it, box it out of the training area like a big man blocking a doorway. He has done this 12 times this month. Every single time the other jet flinches, they climb away. They turn for home. They always back down. So he settles in to wait for the old jet to tuck its tail and run. He is so sure of it, he is already picking the words for his report. The old American jet does not run. It does something Orlov did not plan for. It rolls hard, straight into him. Now the math changes, and Orlov does not like the new math. His Su-35 is built to fight from 40 miles out. Cold, clean, long range. The F-16 just yanked him into a fight at 40 feet. Close, slow, turning. This is the one fight the Su-35 was never built to win. It is the only fight the F-16 was ever built to start. So watch what happens to the Wolves. Wingman 2 comes in hot to help and badly misjudges it. He blows straight past the F-16 and out in front. In 1 second, he goes from hunter to hunted, and he dives away just to get his life back. Wingman 3 hauls into a hard turn to cut the American off. He pulls too much, too soon, and bleeds every knot of speed he had. Now he is slow and floating like a leaf, falling out of the sky just to find airspeed again. Wingman 4 pulls up to reset and nearly flies into Orlov. The 2 of them break apart in a panic. Whatever formation they had is gone. 3 seconds, 3 jets scattered, and the F-16 has not pointed its nose at a single one of them. That leaves Orlov alone. He does the only thing he can think of, shoves the throttle to full afterburner and runs flat and straight, betting on the one thing his jet truly has: speed. It works for about 4 seconds. Then he has to turn. Turning is the whole point of staying alive, getting behind the other guy instead of in front of him. And the second he turns, he hands all that speed and distance right back. The F-16 is right there to collect it. Speed is wonderful in a straight line. Nobody fights in a straight line. all that stealth shaping. The radar that sees 100 miles out, tens of millions of rubles of technology, bolted to a man who cannot use a single ruble of it. Every advantage his jet owns lives outside 10 miles. This fight is at 30 feet. It is a face-to-face fight, and Orlov brought a rifle he has no room to aim. His great-grandfather would have understood this on sight. One by one, his wingmen have gone quiet. Not because anything hit them. They have gone quiet because there is nothing useful to say when you cannot help your leader, and saying it out loud only makes it worse. 2 is somewhere below, still clawing his speed back. 3 is nose high and slow, a passenger in his own jet. 4 is just trying not to hit anybody. 4 fighters in this fight, and the only sound left on it is one man breathing too hard inside his own mask, and Orlov's own voice is still hanging in everyone's head. We walk this one home like a stray dog. He said it to sound dangerous. He cannot unsay it. Inside the old jet, the American is talking, not on the radio, to himself, low and even. He panics and reverses about here. Orlov reverses. Then he throws away the energy he just bought. Orlov throws it away. He is calling the moves a half second before Orlov makes them. Reading a story he has watched 100 young pilots try to write. They all reach for the same pages. The pages never work. He would know. He teaches the class those pages come from, and the best young flyers in NATO wait years for a seat in it. Orlov just got one, for free, mid-air. The class is pass or fail. Nobody passes. The F-16 stops chasing and slides into Orlov's rear quarter, his 6 o'clock, the spot a real missile aims for. Orlov breaks left. The F-16 is already left, and tighter. Orlov breaks right. The F-16 is waiting on the right. He throws the whole manual at the problem, every move the Academy ever taught him. The problem does not so much as wobble. He is sweating now. His breathing is loud inside his own mask. His hands are doing everything right, and none of it is working. He has flown 400 hours and never once felt like prey. He feels like prey now. Finally, he twists around in his seat to look back with his own 2 eyes. And there it is, the museum piece, the relic, the stray he promised to walk home in front of the entire wing, parked behind him. Guns tracking, calm as a Sunday. Orlov rolls and dives, hunting for any empty patch of sky to hide in. The F-16 rolls and dives with him, right there, patient, in no hurry at all. At one point, the American eases off, gives him a few feet of room. For half a second, the Major lets himself hope. Then the F-16 closes the gap again, gentle and exact, like a hand giving a leash one short tug, just reminding him whose afternoon this is. The American does not shoot. He does something far worse. He slides up onto Orlov's wing, same speed, same altitude, and then, slowly, almost lazily, he rolls, all the way around the Su-35, over the top, past the canopy, close enough that Orlov can see the man's helmet turn to look at him, under the belly, back up the other side, a slow victory roll, 30 feet off the most expensive jet in the Russian Air Force. The exact move Orlov flew out here to perform on someone else, now flown on him, in front of his entire wing. Then the American keys the open channel, so everyone can hear him. "You wanted to walk me home like a stray dog?" A pause, just long enough to hurt. "Heel. I'll tell you when you're allowed to run." Finally, the American eases up alongside one last time, close enough for Orlov to watch him turn his head and look right at him. 2 fingers off the brow, a small, lazy salute. Then he rolls away and is gone. Not because he had to leave, because he was finished. Orlov turns for home. He does not key the radio again. He does not say a word for the 40 minutes it takes to get back. He has nothing to report. Behind him, the wolves are going home too, separately. That is the best part. A flight of 4, flying back as 4 strangers. 2 will not pull into formation, because leading a formation means being Orlov today, and nobody wants that job. 3 holds a careful mile of empty sky around himself, like a man contemplating his life. 4 keeps his mouth shut, his nose on the runway, and prays to God nobody saw him nearly fly into his own flight lead. The net stays open the whole way. The cheers and chatter have stopped. Nobody calls Orlov. Nobody asks him if he is okay. Nobody has to. They know he is not. Then, somewhere on the frequency, one click, and then no words, just a single bark. He is never going to live this one down.